But here with one of the Welling United caretaker managers, Tristan Lewis. Chris, that was a bit of a funny game. I mean, on sort of one side of the coin, we never really imposed ourselves, and on the other side of the coin, Chris hasn't had a save to make. So you must be really disappointed that we've lost 1-0.
Yeah, very. I think that we just said to the boys in the change room, it would be easy to go in there shouting and screaming and pointing fingers, but in fairness, I don't think we've deserved to lose the game whatsoever. And we didn't deserve anything on Tuesday night, but we certainly deserve something today. So people will look at the score and see that we've lost at home. But in fairness, our goalkeeper, like you say, has not had to make a save. The only thing he's had to do is pull the ball out the back of the net from their one chance. And that's not being disrespectful to them. But the fact is, we've missed some absolute gilt-edged chances. I think Adam Coombs has looked an even better player today by not playing for us, ironically.
So, are you disappointed at the start we made? I mean, they had 3 or 4 half chances in the first 15 minutes, and they seemed to start the game on the front foot. I
think that we were sluggish from the start. They worked harder. Were first to the second ball, and did they deserve to take the lead in that period? Probably not. But on reflection, they definitely started better than we did. I thought we got a foothold in the game. I thought Reece got us back in the game on the front foot. We've had the goalkeeper's pulled off 2 unbelievable saves. One from the free kick, one from Danny's strike. But like we were saying before, they're from outside the box. It's not like we were cutting them apart and it was chance after chance. So as good as we were to get back in the game, did we look like scoring? I don't think either team really did. It looked like a 0-0 game throughout.
We've probably missed 2 sitters, to be not trying to be harsh on our players, but first we've had a great cross from Reece, and Harry can't get on it. We'll come to your opinion on that. And then the other one, I think everyone in the ground thinks Vass is going to slot it away. It's on his correct foot, and he seems to just take his eye off the ball and not concentrating.
He didn't even hit the target, which is disappointing. In the first half, every time he came inside, he was looking to shoot. We know he does that. Most people know he does that. So in that position, on his right foot, he's probably the man you want it to fall to, and he's just scuffed it. And I think everybody in the ground thinks it's going to be a goal. We certainly did. And Harry's one, Reece has done great to beat his man. Harry's got across the near post, so he's done everything right apart from getting contact. But ultimately we score one of those, and it probably changes the complexion of the game. So definitely disappointing not to take either.
I thought Reece was probably our man in the match on Tuesday, and he was only on the pitch for about half an hour. And I thought today definitely, like second half, he must have put 5, 6, 7 good balls in the second half. You must be really pleased with the way Reece has come in and looks to stretch teams.
Yeah, listen, I've had Reece, I had him at Hayes for 2 years, and he can do that. He can be very frustrating as well, and I'm sure the supporters will see that in the coming games. But certainly he got us on the front foot, and I'm pleased for him. He can do that, and he's probably had a bit of a stop-start year, and hopefully he can kick-start his season. I thought he was our best player. And he was certainly an offensive threat, and he is as good off the other side, to be fair. So I think he tired at the end, as you would, because he did work extremely hard. But very positive, but no surprise to me because I know what he's capable of.
The fans will look at the last 3 games, see 2 points, probably see not 3 of the greatest performances they've probably seen, and we've lost our top goal scorer 34, so the fans will be a little bit worried. Obviously you and Harry are caretaker managers. I know you're talking to Mark and stuff like that. With Adam going, and with us not cutting them open, as you said today, is a proven quality striker on the horizon?
I think that it would have probably been on the horizon previous to today or prior to today. I think today's just probably cemented the thought that we can't get away without trying to replace Adam. We'd already had a few conversations. I think we all wanted to see Walks play through the middle. With Harry off him, and I don't think it's probably been as effective as we wanted it to be today. So and especially when you look at the chances that we've had, a proven goal scorer probably takes one of those, and there's no question that hopefully by Tuesday we've got a few irons in the fire, and hopefully we'll have one in, maybe even 2 for Tuesday.
So despite our keeper making 2 great saves and us missing 2 sitters, there was a problem overall there. We didn't look to have a cutting edge.
You know what? And I don't even think it just comes down to taking chances. I didn't think we had a platform to work from up there. And we don't want to eulogise about Coombs. We all know how good he was, but when the ball went up there, he made things happen, and it stuck a little bit more. And that's not Dan Walker's game, and it's not Harry's game. And we certainly need to look at that department with a matter of urgency, I think. But as I said, we had some irons in the fire, and I think today has just cemented the fact that those one or two of those need to come to fruition maybe a bit quicker than we envisaged.
Obviously, we've got Dartford on Tuesday, I believe, at home. Massive game.
Absolutely,
If you look in the record books, and they haven't beat us in the league at home for a very long time. Don't want to tempt any fate there.
Yeah.
Obviously, we're going to be missing Sam Hatton. So, are we also looking at putting in a midfielder, or are we going to go with what we've got, and it'll be Ali and Danny in the middle, or maybe Harold?
No, I think we tweaked it at the end a little bit, and we dropped Harry back in there, and he did okay. He gives us something slightly different. We even tweaked the shape a little bit when Jamie came on. So we've got a few options, but I think that we all know that regardless of who we're playing, and I've just said to the lads, we need some points. The last thing you want to do is go 4 points or 2 points from 12. We don't want to do that. I think we thought today was a winnable game, and it was on performance. We certainly didn't deserve to lose the game. We're all very, very frustrated. I think Tuesday night we felt we'd got away with a burglary, coming away with a point. Today I think we probably feel that that's been done to us, but that's football and we have to move on from it. And like you say, the club's obviously got a very good record against Dartford, and regardless who we're playing, we need to pick up some points, and obviously being a local derby, there's going to be a little bit more spice to it on Tuesday.
With you and Harry not sort of being local people, and before this season not probably being too aware of like the rivalry. It's like 9 miles away, and so will you be getting that across to the players that this is like?
I think you said to me before about the record and how many.
Like St Albans against Hemel or that.
I think that I'm looking forward to seeing what the atmosphere is like. After they scored today, Wealdstone supporters were really loud, and hopefully on Tuesday night our players will give our supporters something to be vocal about. And I completely understand that it's going to be a big local derby, and I'm not from the area, but the players need to understand that it is going to be important for the supporters. And I think maybe after the last 2-3 games, we need to put on a performance which puts right a few wrongs.
So you'll be looking for heart, commitment,
absolutely,
work rate.
I think I said to you before the game, that's what you look for anyway, regardless. But
did you see enough of that today?
I think we huffed and puffed. I don't think you'd be critical of their work rate, I'll be honest.
Maybe the start.
Yeah, absolutely. I agree to start. I think we come in and win the game 2-1, and people probably say we've done all right, and that's the frustrating thing. So we've picked the bones out of it, and we want to be critical of things, but they took their one chance, and we've not taken any of our 3 or 4.
What was the mood in the changing room, Tristan? As you said, that there was no shouting, but the players' mood, is it frustration? Is it that they feel they could have done more? Is it?
I think there was, there's a bit of a stewards about the goal and how it was conceded. Probably very similar to Tuesday night's dressing room in the fact that frustration, but keep harping back to it. We didn't deserve to lose the game, and if you're a supporter or you're looking at the results, we lost the game. And that's actually, it's a results-driven game, and the players and all of us are in it to get results, and we haven't got one today. So frustrated, but I think it would be foolish of all of us to be too negative, because we need them back on the pitch positive on Tuesday, and what is a massive game for everybody.
Well, then, just on your situation with Harry at the moment, because some of the fans will be thinking, from caretaker manager, it seems to be an ongoing situation. Yeah. We said at the time it's a rolling situation. Yeah. And as far as you're concerned, is it still the same? And if you talk to Mark,
I've been in this situation before at the bottom of the league, and I've got some experience on what it takes to get out of it. I'm probably more pessimistic than most about relegation battles, having experienced them before. And as far as I'm concerned, we need points. Now, with regards to that situation, it's a team effort. Have I come in here to be the first team manager long term? No. Mark knows I don't want the job long term. Everybody, Harry knows that as well. My job's slightly different in looking at the academy stuff and building that up. But ultimately, in the short term, we're all here to get points. So, if a change is made, I'll be supportive of whatever's right for the club. But I think we all just need to make sure we do our best to get enough points to stay up. And then Mark and the board and everyone will look at what's right for the club. But do I want the job long term? I'm not here for that. Mark knows that, and we've discussed that. But whilst we're doing it, we'll do our utmost for everybody to get as many points as we can.
Well, thanks for talking to us, Tris, and
No
let's
problem.
hopefully we can have one of those good derby nights under Parkview Road, beat our local rivals, and we'll be in a good mood Tuesday night.
Fantastic.